Rightio guys, what is a quantity surveyor and do builders in the UK actually need one? Now here's my honest opinion. My name's David from the QS guys. I ran a building company in New Zealand for 8 years, pricing all my own work. We then expanded the QS side of the business, which I started during COVID, into New Zealand, Australia and the UK. Now I've been pricing for builders, architects, developers in the UK for the last 2 years. Here's what I've learned, and here's why I think it is beneficial to use a quantity surveyor estimator if you're a busy builder and you've got a pipeline of work. Reason number one, if you're a busy builder and you've got a lot of stuff going on, your core focus should be focusing on delivering the projects, managing the projects, and making sure all the jobs are running well. You don't want to be trying to duck off at 10:30 in the morning to rush home and price a project. For the sake of paying an estimator 350 to 700 pounds, by the time you're off site, that could be the profit margin for your project, for that section of the project. Now, the way we do that, let's say, for example, you're doing an extension and the demolition and the site strip out, that total worth of the budget is, say, £4,000, and you know your profit margin is 20% on that section, 2, 4, 6, 8, £800. If you're managing that for the day and you make sure that you're there managing that portion of the project, and you can make £800 in a day by being on site or being mentally there with the boys, answering questions, organizing, taking care of any issues, that's £800 profit. Now, if you duck away to go and price a job where you could have got someone to do that for £300, and that day slips into the next day because you weren't there managing, you didn't deal with an issue, or there was an issue with needing to cap off plumbing or ring a sparky to do something, and the boys lose efficiency for half a day, there's your profit margin gone. I learned this lesson when I was running my building company, and I was trying to duck off during the day to price jobs, and then the phone would be going and I'd be task hopping from pricing to managing the boys, and then I forgot windows in a project and lost $5,000. Reason number two, it can make your detail on your presentations look so much better. I won so many projects, and my win rate of projects literally went up from like 40% to 65% when I was showing 140 line items in a nicely dressed PDF, and you could go to the client's house and you could rip through a 3-tab summary with trade summary, prelims, the extension cost, whatever it is, and you sit down with the clients, because most of the time English builders are still pricing on pen and paper or sending a 4-line item 0 quote out. And when you rock around there with a nice PDF dress up with your logo on it, and you've got 140 line items and they're seeing every single cost of the project, that makes you look so much more professional, and it gives clients a really trust aspect to the reason why it's £180,000 is because you've broken down all the numbers, and you can show them the difference between the preliminaries, the labor, where all the material sits, and clients will trust you. Okay, that's the number one reason. 3, efficiencies. So if you're a business that's doing £1 million a year, you're quoting 10 to 15 jobs a month, you don't need to hire a full-time QS on 40, 50, 60,000 pounds a year, okay? This is how you do it. When your client inquiries come in, all you want to do is use a trade summary example, a feasibility report, let's say. Now, we would charge anywhere between $299 and $350 or £400 to do this, and you send them back a 25-line item trade summary, okay? Or you can do this as a copy and paste, and you can just fill out 25 lines. Prelims, building labor, materials, plumbing, electrical, drainage, blah, 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 whatever it is. And then you just send that back to the client, and you literally word your email with, hey guys, here's a basic trade summary takeoff. Obviously, would love to tender for your project and go ahead with that. Here's an example, and here's roughly how much it would cost, and make the range quite wide between 150 and 250K. Cool, happy days, X, Y, and Z. The next email you want to send back is be like, hey, appreciate your interest. If this is something you're interested in with and you want to go with our company because of X, Y, and Z, you never want to sell on price, you want to sell on value. How do they know you? Do you have Google reviews? What's your value proposition? What does your company stand for? What's your slogan? How are you guys better than your competition? I'm in estimating, probably one of the most competitive environments. So I'm competing against offshore people in India, Pakistan, and all that stuff. But we pick up the phone, we've got an Instagram presence, we make free value content, we give away ideas, tips, and tricks. That's what separates us from the rest. So that's what you need to find out at your company. And if you're sending 15 to 20 of these proposals out a week or a month, let's say if you're a big business, even if you're a small business sending 5 out, and you win 1, so you've sent out your feasibility reports, 1 client comes back out of 5, and they come back to you and go, okay, cool, yeah, we're happy with that. Then you say, listen, to get a full detailed BOQ, and we can provide you with an example, All we're asking for is a buyer's commitment fee, just a commitment fee. It's not a lot, and to be fair, it doesn't matter what the value is. You just want to get a commitment from the client. £200, £500, £1,000 if it's a big project. And then you say, this is going to cover my time to go out to my subs, all the time to do the detailed pricing, and to ensure that we give you a fixed price contract. Put it back on them. Don't say, we need it for me. Say, I want to make sure this job runs smoothly. I don't want to overprice, and I don't want to underprice. Because if I underprice and go under halfway through, you've got to find another builder. It's a fucking nightmare. And if I overprice, I don't want to rip you off. Obviously, I want to make more money. You want to make more money, but ideally, you want to win the job. So those are my 3 reasons why using a quantity surveyor in the UK is the best way to go about it. Hit us up on Instagram, leave a comment here on YouTube, or send us a message. That's what we do. We love to work with residential builders, developers, architects, and our job is to come in and help you do 85 to 95% of the heavy lifting for you. And then we can make those final tweaks once the job goes ahead. Thanks very much. Have a good day.